Nevertheless, welcome back to DeVoid Premium 2v2 tournament between the DeVoid players, and there is already hotkeys. Something is not right, but there is a little bit of backstory. Can I get a minute? Indeed, it was given, I believe, by both players here on the right bottom side. You are looking at the main base of Undertaker, who is playing Zerg in the yellow colors here on the right bottom, and his teammate Sugarcult. Yes, that is the second one, the same, the me, and I'm playing here in the orange colors. And yeah, we are facing the players who won the quarterfinals in the lower bracket, and that's known as the Answer, or Nully in the blue colors, playing Terran on the left top corner, and his teammate BuryLurkers, or in this case Zerg Enjoyer, playing light blue or teal colored Zerg units here on the top left corner. Yeah, the situation was as follows: that BuryLurkers doesn't play on NA. For some reason he has like 300 ping or something like that, so he has a big lag. But this games actually took place on NA, because those are the rules. It might seem really advantageous for the opposing players, which had no problems. And might be a little big more force here on Nully, or the Answer has to have the answer to everything that me and my teammate is putting on the table. I'm gonna talk to from the third person view, but from now on. But there you go. You have a little bit of backstory. What's the situation? Therefore, the break was asked because the Answer didn't have the hotkeys correct, and I think he fixed it now a little bit, and then he fixed it again after the game number one. Both Zerg players here are pinging that there is Reaper coming out, and looks like they both are going for naturals here. Yep, they both are going for naturals, but looks like the Undertaker once again is going to take the third right now in the action. And indeed, Sugarcult is doing his Roach Warren, which means that there might be some Roach aggression. The question is, are the Reapers or the Lings going to scout out? That's a BuryLurkers Ling, which is running bravely into the main base. Desperate tries to defend against it, but looks like the BuryLurker or the Zerg player figured out what could be the thing coming. Actually, he's going for Baneling's Nest, which is more defensive, and the 1-1 opening here from the Terran is going on, which is going to be into Reactor and Tech Lab with barracks, and it's 1-1-1 opening pretty much. So 9 roaches is pretty good, but there was a ping of Roach Warren. I don't know who did that, but somebody did ping that. No idea. There is the Reaper is entering the base once again. I believe that's the same Reaper. It got healed, but now there are speedlings in the action, and indeed there are 9 roaches here being built by Sugarcult. A couple of lings on back of it, but pretty much everything has been confirmed here by this Reaper. The move out is actually happening. Oh, there's quite a lot of lings here from BuryLurkers, so he was actually going for his own aggression here, and the roaches are probably tasked to kill off the Baneling. Indeed they do. That's successful trade. Now we have to watch out. Like the Lings have to watch out, because there are 2 opposing units. One is the Banelings and the other is the Hellions. That's 2 strong units which can deal with a lot of Lings, which is pretty much the Ling flood which is following up here this attack. Meanwhile, BuryLurkers has taken the third base, and actually Undertaker is diving the Hellions and trying to harass it. The roaches are joining into the fray, but there is 3 queens over here defensive, so I think the roaches, yep, the roaches are trying to take them down, not helping the Lings here to get rid of the Hellions, but actually getting rid of the queens. There's still those couple of Banes here. Which one of them just blows up? And it looks like the attack here from the Zerg players both have been depleted or denied completely. There's nothing coming from... Oh, there is Ling Floods keep on coming, but there are Banes, there are Hellions. They have well protected, and actually there is already a bunch of roaches joining in. That's 8 roaches are made and 2 more are on the making, which might be really good with dealing this kind of Ling Flood together with Banes. Sugar is diving in on the third base of BuryLurkers, trying to shut it off. Meanwhile, Undertaker was peeling off the army, but unsuccessfully. And yep, the Sugarlings are going to be halted down. So third base unsuccessfully, staying the same as it was. Meanwhile, Undertaker is actually already droned up, has kind of droned up his third base. He's dropping down the spines for defense, but is there any army? Actually, there's like a couple of roaches coming from Sugar's side, but there is nothing much, and that roach ball is a lot bigger, and some lings are joining in, and that might be a third base going down, I believe, if those lings are not gonna help. Nope, they are not there. They are denied by the Hellions. There's actually medivacs here, so those could be, if the armory is up, they could be turned into Hellbats and will be even more painful for the lings over here. But the roach ball is pretty big and it's coming in, and the GG Scald from the Undertaker's side, and he's leaving the game. And GG Scald from the Sugarcult, and the first game 1 is taken by Bury and Nuli, or BuryLurkers and The Answer. We are looking at game number 2 in best of 3 matchup between these 4 people, 4 peeps. And it's a semifinals of the DeVoid Premier tournament, 2v2 tournament, and we are looking at the main base of BuryLurkers, which is playing Zerg here in the teal or light blue colors on the top right corner, and his teammate The Answer, also known as Nuli, here in playing Terran in the blue colors here. Yep, so those guys did survive the 9 roach push, which was kind of unsuccessful because the aggression actually already was coming from the from Bury's side, and they were well prepared to do some counter aggression, and then the counter attack finished the games. And they did that against these 2 Zerg players, and on the right bottom corner we have Sugarcult playing the Zerg in the orange colors, and his teammate Undertaker playing Zerg in yellow colors. Both are going for a natural expansions timely manner. This again is taking place on Roskillian, so as I said before, or I said in semifinals, there is weird expansion types, so let's see what kind of stuff these guys are going to pull off for the expansions, not knowing that Undertaker is going for more aggressive expansion type. I believe that he will be allowed to take the 3rd and 4th, and the Sugarcult is probably going to sit on 2 bases for a major of time, because that's an issue of his, not anyone's else. Nevertheless, there is the naturals, both for the Terran and Zerg on the other side coming up, and the situation is going on. I think everything should be alright technically, so I don't know what's the suspicion. And yeah, let's go. And yeah, okay, is there any aggression being here? No, there was a ping on the Reaper once again. I don't think there is. There is double queens for the both all 3 Zergs here at the same time, or similar timing. So they are going out, and actually BuryLurkers is going for 3rd, while the Undertaker already has the 3rd here. There is a Reaper arriving from Frost here, and it's meeting a queen. It's pinging a Roach Warren. I believe that was just to be careful. They might be going the same trick again that they did the first time, which is might not be the case. But anyways, BuryLurkers actually is preparing Baneling Nest again for his own defense, and the 3rd base has been found. The Lings this time didn't get slipped into the main base, so technically nothing much has been told except the fact that there might be again some roach aggression here from the Zerg side here on the right bottom corner, going towards the left top. Anyways, BuryLurker is taking the third. He's actually making roach warning himself for defensive purposes, and the answer is making command center number 3 next to his natural, and he has opened with I believe that's a 1-1-1. That's standard 1-1-1, which means that there's like a couple of Hellions joined in, probably by Banshees, question mark, maybe not, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be aggression since the Sugar is getting the Evo chamber, and he's going for more drones than usual. There's some 5 roaches here for defense with a couple of lings, and yep, they are successfully keeping the aggression here from the Zerg and the Terran pinned for the time being. There comes the roaches, there comes the queens, there comes the lings, and trying to defend this. Yep, there's Baneling and some Hellion attack pretty much coming in to be pokey. Undertaker is actually planning to take 4th base while there is the aggression ongoing. The Banes here for BuryLurkers are behind, not active right now. The roaches unfortunately die, but there is like 4 queens here, and that is quite a little bit of force. Well, Sugar actually has started +1. He has Lair, he has the macro hatch actually before the 3rd, and Undertaker is left on his own tools right now, unfortunately. He successfully gets that. What have the trades have been? Well, Undertaker lost like 6 drones in exchange, but that's quite a bit of lings and Reapers lost together with Hellions. There's once more a ling attack coming in, but that's unsuccessfully meeting the queens and some roaches here from the Sugar side again. And yep, some roaches actually are joining here for the BuryLurkers, but that's not much happening. There's actually Spire being built by Undertaker. As we have seen him, he likes Mutaling Bane quite a bit to harass, and if you watch the semifinals, you know that Mutas were quite a bit of harassment tool for BuryLurkers here in the previous games. Bury actually is going for Lair himself. He has not saturated his 3rd, but the answer is sending his 3rd base into the place. And there comes the Banshee, and there is Overseer already being prepared, and yep, some spores for defense. Is Sugar going to build spores? Doesn't look like so, but there the queens get rid of the Banshee, and the roaches are being amassed quite a bit from Sugar's side. Some Ravagers mixed in. What's the opposing side doing? Well, BuryLurkers is going for roach speed. He is building evolution chamber himself, and he's also massing on roaches, while the answer is actually going for bio composition, I believe. Yeah, it's like 1-1 has been started. There is four barracks here. There is the factory, and yeah, the overlords which have given the information are being hunted right now. BuryLurkers is making some Ravagers here. Oh, Sugar is actually going for the base number 3, but there are 4 Banelings here for the BuryLurkers. I don't think the drone will survive this encounter. It does actually. Wow, okay, cool. Sugar keeps maxing the roaches up, and he is making the 3rd base. Yep, there is spores coming in, and meanwhile Undertaker is going for Bane speed and going for Mutas, and Mutas have +1 air. BuryLurkers going for +1 ranged, and the answer is just getting the usual answers. There comes the roach exchange. A little bit of roach fest in the middle of the map right now. And Banshee is actually going to have easy time. There is no anti-air here from the Sugar side, so it might be some desperate biles, question mark? Indeed there are, but obviously the answer has the answer to it, just juke. Almost run into biles, but there's a lot of marines, so those marines could be dangerous. Actually, the most damage dealer obviously is the Banshee, and Undertaker arrived with his mutas here on the top side for some harassment, and looks like that's gonna be the nemesis of these this Terran player a little bit, or these players in general. Well, there is Banshee. Banshee wouldn't help, but there is no invisibility detection here from the Undertaker. Sugarcult meanwhile is taking a fight with BuryLurkers right now. I don't know who has the advantage. I think Sugar, because he has +1 attack, and mutas actually are joining in to help him to actually get down the attacking force. The biles are raining and shooting down, but now there is siege tank, so that might be a problem. Sugar is diving it, and that's really good job here. And some more biles are raining, almost hitting his own friendly mutas here, but the roach force has disappeared. The mutas are left alone. Meanwhile, Sugar actually has went for the Hydra then, and the +2 attacks, and actually is building Baneling's Nest for some reason. I guess that's because there is the Terran has the Marines, so some Banes might be needed. There comes the Hydras. Hydras are shown. Hydras will have the upgrades. There's Burrow for some reason being researched, no idea why. But the third base is being saturated. Actually, Undertaker is going for 5th and 6th right now to go up harder than before. He's going for +2/+2, and he's making high force himself, so he might be going for some ultralisks, and this might be the ping issue from BuryLurkers. He's he has queued a lot of his overlords to the opposite side of map and getting supply blocked quite a bit. Well, BuryLurker has this roach army. The Terran has this bio army. Technically, Bury is also having like 4 bases. The Answer is having also 4 bases, so they are quite equally maxed. The BuryLurker tried to do a run by with Lings, but there is Ling Bane force here defending for Undertaker. Sugar's Roach Hydra Ball is moving out, diving the siege tank here on the middle side of the map, denying the expansion, but there is a lot of Marines here, and those might melt the Roach Hydra force quite a bit. In big enough amounts, they are doing a lot of damage towards them, because these units are not having armor so far as I know it. Yeah, there is no armor upgrades. Yeah, the adrenal glands, the burrow for some reason is coming up. Sugar is building infestation pit himself actually, but there is ultralisk covered already finished, and first ultra is coming up. There is no chitinous plating being researched yet for the Undertaker, but probably that might be joining in. He's going for +2 air. He's almost finishing his 2/2 for the Ling Bane force, which is super effective against the Marine force, and actually also for the Hydras. There comes the attack from the Sugar side, but there is a max out force pretty much for Undertaker joining in. The Banes are running unfortunately into the Roach wall, but now they did flow through also to the Hydras, and that's a lot of power pushed through, and that's 4th base being denied for the Answer. Sugar actually has gotten himself a Banes over here, which are going to try to help these Hydras, which are trying to flow through whatever the force is. 4 of the Banes are going for the mineral line. I don't know if that did land actually. Doesn't look like it did, but some Lings are joining here and being just beelined over the map, and Ultralisk has been revealed from Undertaker that is trying to deny the 3rd base for the Answer, which is successfully done. There are some Lings with Adreno, 2/2 joining in. Actually, yeah, Undertaker is prioritizing 3/3. He has started it, and there is a big beeline of Zerg units, including like 8-9 Ultralisks just running over the map, which might be quite decisive situation. GG Skull, Undertaker and Sugarcult takes game number 2, and we are led into the Deciders match. Alrighty then, we are up into the Deciders match between these 4 peeps, and 2 of them on the right, top corner or the Fields of Death, is Undertaker playing Zerg in the yellow colors and Sugarcult playing Zerg in the orange colors. Again, for semifinals, as it happens, we have Fields of Death with these pocket 2 bases and aggressive 2. Yeah, looks like Sugar is aiming for the not the aggressive, but like the front 2 bases, which are more vulnerable, at least in my mind. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, they are playing against these 2 players, so we are looking at the main base of Terran player in the blue colors, Nuli, also known as TheAnswer. He always have the answer for some reason, and BuryLurkers, who is playing Zerg in teal or light blue colors. Bury is actually dropping down the expansion. Everything looks so far so normal. There is 1 barracks, one of the supply depots for the Terran player. Looks like Undertaker has been given the pocket bases, probably in this situation, and Sugar is actually expanding in front, which, as we saw in semifinals, could be quite vulnerable. And yeah, the spawning pools are coming quite okay timing. I think the BuryLurker has his spawning pool actually a little bit faster than the other Zergs here in this situation. Meanwhile, Nuli actually is building triple barracks. We have seen this kind of situation, and I'm afraid that it might be this map and this situation once again. Yep, the speed has been started, and looks like BuryLurkers is going to stack up of his Zerglings, and the answer to this map specifically is going to be build a lot of Reapers. Well, technically, have Undertaker and Sugar solve it? No, Sugar is just flying pretty much to see any expansions. Nothing suspicious, I believe, so far from there. There is the Reaper coming out. Yeah, Sugar is just doing that, and Undertaker actually is planning to take his 3rd, so they are preparing for probably some macro game. Some pinging happening here. I believe that's Sugar just pointing out that there are no expansions at the front, that they might have expanded to the pocket for some reason. And yeah, the Reaper has been seen, has been noticed, the drone has been saved, fantastic. And yeah, the Undertaker's Queen takes care of that Reapermans. And I believe that's an Overlord which is seeing a lot of links. Yep, there it is. There is a ping from Undertaker that there is a lot of links stacked up. So pretty much the aggression has been spotted. How can these guys defend this kind of aggression? Big link flood with the mass Reapers joining in from the main bases here. Yep, there's 4 Reapers and there is a lot of links here. The defending forces, I believe, here from the opposite side is just Queens so far. Sugar is dropping a couple of spines here in the natural, which is unfortunately not gonna protect his drones. He actually is building Roach Warren right now, but the Roaches will not be the right answer. He's actually building 4 Roaches, which, as I said, is not the answer. Both Queens are going down here for the Undertaker. He just unleashed a lot of links here for defensive purposes, but BuryLurker is targeting his spawning pool, which might be cutting down the link production for the Undertaker. Meanwhile, Sugar is just joining in with a couple of Roaches, but they will not save that, and the spawning pool has gone down, which means that the Undertaker has no way of providing any units for defense right now, only Queens and drones. And there is a lot of Reapers. GG is called by the Undertaker, and yeah, it looks like there is no defensive forces that are able to do anything, and Sugar is calling for GG too, and TheAnswer and BuryLurker takes game number 3. They win the semifinals and goes to the finals, where they will face Copa and Killa.